That was a Grazioso number 11 from Giuliani's Op.50. Follow the lesson for free. This is a piece that will be talking a lot about accompaniment patterns and melody. But if you're interested, I do have an edition of all 32 works in Op.50. There's a link for that in the description. So just like the previous work, number 10, number 11 is very, very clear in its voicing. So very clear melody, and then this Alberti bass figure, accompaniment figure in the lower voices. You can break it up into 3 voices if you like, but you can also just think of it as 2. There's a clear upper voice though. So you can practice that upper voice on its own, shaping it as nicely as you can before adding in the other voice. Because as soon as you add the accompaniment in, you want to make sure you're maintaining the high quality melody in the top voice. The lower voice, you could think of it as a bass note with some accompaniment afterwards. So in terms of like the hierarchy of the voices, it'd be like melody on the top, then bass can be somewhat prominent, and then the accompaniment nice and soft. So you really want all of this fairly soft while the melody comes out nice and clear. And the bass can have a certain amount of resonance though, so it carries through the measure, right? The accompaniment part is a very common pattern, Alberti bass pattern in the classical era. On piano, you know, it's a really clear pattern in the left hand, and you have a melody in the right hand. So you can practice it on its own. So just thumb, I, and then the melody is going to be played with A's and M's. And then that's pretty much for the entire piece, so it's pretty clear in that regard. So let's just do a quick walkthrough. Grazioso is relatively graceful, so not too fast, not too slow. You want some movement because the melody is very simple. Even though the accompaniment sounds fast, you're really just thinking about what speed do I want this melody to go at. I'll go a little slower for the lesson part. So yeah, you just want that melody to pop out a little bit more than the rest of the notes. I don't really observe the rest in the upper line there. The note pretty much dies out by the second beat. So I'm not going to like mute it with the A finger and do PI. You could experiment with that if you want to practice the technique though. To kind of like change it up there a little bit and just go a little bit softer and then grow into this. And then he breaks it up just that one time there. For this part here, just remember that you can lift the third finger a little bit early so that you can get into that new shape. You can be careful with it. You just have to jump your fingers fairly quickly in the end. But you don't want it to be too abrupt. So sometimes like, you know, getting that third finger up a little bit early can help with that change, that chord change, if you're having difficulty with it. Very short, sweet piece, much easier than some of the previous works, but again, this isn't necessarily a progressive etude collection or something like that. So he's just introducing these various textures and these nice little pieces. So a little bit easier, but still some nice musical balance issues that you can work on.